All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy August 18th. It's in the books. Good day, man. Good, solid day. I think we ended up the day here plus 4R before our trailing lockout kicked in here with the bot. Let's get into the replay. Let's just not waste any time. So what this is SwappyBot. This is trading my mathematical levels that I've studied and I learned and I coded up. Algo coded up. This is designed to code. If you like what I do and you want to come gain access to the stuff and to learn what I do everything very different than majority of traders because I spend my time learning how the market really moves. Again, check out my videos. We're always moving on a grid of fractal mathematics, and this is just how it moves, man. Every day I prove to you guys how this thing trades and the levels are real, and this is just how price moves, right? So a little bit of context today. When we started selling off our 127 last night, I said, man, this thing could get heavy and we could sell down to 29,882. Well, we got there within about an hour. And I was talking to the team. I said, guys, this thing isn't slowing down. If we break 29,882, we're going to go down to 687. And that ended up being the bottom tick. And if you don't believe me, go check my X feed. I post my trade plan halfway through the day to show you how I laid out the day. You can see I laid out 687. Way before we got down there. But today, I knew that we had possibility of selling weakness. Now, I hate selling weakness. I never look to sell weakness. I always look to buy weakness. But I knew that if we lose 687, it gives us an opening to 492. And that was my plan here today. And so basically the high was 687. We didn't close over it. As soon as we looked above it, we got hammered. We lost it. Sold weakness, and we went all the way down to 492. The low print of the day, I think, was 518. So within, 15 points of hitting it, which is in our reversal zone, and that we actually got a really nice long setup off of in that area, and I'll show you that how the bot took it. But just to show you that this stuff is real. Okay, it works really well. SwappyBot is an amazing product. You get access to the levels, studies, algo if you want to use it. You don't have to. You can trade it manually. It's all good. I have a whole lot of things built out in those circumstances. So if you're worried about, prop firm, can't use algos, don't worry. I've already got that under control. I know exactly what to do. That being said, it's for NinjaTrader and Sierra Charts. Sierra Charts is my preferred platform, but we have ported everything over to NinjaTrader, and it's actually going really good. Anyways, let's get into the replay. Okay, so we're going to start this, as always, it's going to be a 1R risk. It's going to be a 2R target, and we're just going to chill out. You're going to see the order flow spinning like crazy. We're not concerned about the order flow here for this replay. We're only concerned about how the algo trades. Okay, now there's an order flow component built into it. That's for another day and for some discussions in the room. I don't like talking about that stuff publicly here. So that being said, let's load up the day and let's get her cracking. Reset everything. We'll see what happens. Dun, 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 dun. If you do want to come learn or you just want to drop in for free, there's a whole free side. You can come in, I'll DM you, say what's up. Make sure you verify your account. Otherwise, you're a ghost account and you're getting kicked out of the place. Too many bots out there. It's becoming annoying. So make sure that if you're coming into it, be serious. Verify your account in the rules section in the Discord. And you'll get a message from me saying hello. And you can ask me any questions you want. Doesn't matter. I'll answer whatever you want. And I encourage you to ask questions to the guys in the room because I've been teaching these guys for years. All right, where are we here? Oh, we're down here. All right, we're open. So big sell off the hop. You see the mass switching around here. So we got our first order right here. Here we go. Sitting right there. So let's see if we get a fill. Now you watch how close we get stopped. We almost get stopped out. Watch this. See that? I know where the stops go, guys. If you're tired of getting top tick like that, there you go. There's a nice 2R. So we're 2R, 2.5R up. Okay. I think we take a long down here and we get stopped out. So again, nothing's perfect, right? We're going to take stops, but you just have to size accordingly to let it do its thing. All right. I'm going to put a pause on this here 1 second. I want to lower my trailing lockout here so I can show you guys how you can secure the bag if you want to walk away and just let it trade. It's not where I want to be here. Oh, I've got to do this. There we go. That'll trigger it. That's better. I just noticed my settings were back from still on from today's session. All right, let's see what happens. So we still got the short there that's up there. Cancels it, doesn't like it anymore. It's too far away. Now it's going to search for something closer. And I think we get a long trigger here. Like I said, don't worry about this footprint stuff. I teach this stuff, but it's not needed here for this replay. All right, so we got a long signal right here. I think we get torched here. Ooh. And we're going pretty quick here. 21x. That should have filled. I don't know why it didn't. Sometimes when you do replays super fast, it just doesn't work. There we go. So we got stopped out there. People be like, oh, I told you. Oh, I wouldn't have taken that, dude. Who cares? If you're not making 8 to 10, 6, 7, 8 hour a day with your hands off, I don't want to even hear anything out of your mouth. Okay, so here we go. We are up 1.55R plus 372. You're going to see this beautiful long setup, right? We're looking for price to, reverse, right? So we still got that short that's sitting out there. Now you're going to see something really cool. Because of SwappyBot swapping orders, it saves us a stop. It's really, really cool. It tries to get this 687 short. So we've got a long there now, right? I don't like the long because of the daily context. We're trading under my main level. So I don't like the idea of going long. We flip here. Swappy tries to grab the short and misses it by just a tiny bit. But see it? Oh, no, not yet. It'll switch here. Watch this. This is really cool. And this is how smart I built this thing. Okay, see how it swapped there? Now it's trying to go for the short. Okay, there's a certain trigger that makes it do it. I'm not going to talk publicly about it. But you see here, we would have gotten filled right there. And we probably would have gotten drilled. See, we would have been stopped out. I love this thing, man. So very, very smart piece of gear. Okay, so now we had to hold this level right here that it's coming into. Otherwise, we are going to take a bath into this like little yellow zone here. Which it does, and we actually end up getting a beautiful long. So watch how beautiful this is. This is how smart this thing is. SwappyBot will also analyze the wicks and the lows to adjust its trade location based on our levels. It's very, very smart. There's about 7,000 lines of code going on underneath the hood here. Okay, let me just get back here. Nice little shift down. So now watch how beautiful this is. Watch how it bottom ticks here. Beautiful. So now it puts the order right there. If I take it where I'm normally supposed to take it, it's going to give me a loss. But because I have this smart wick technology built into it, it understands. There we go. We get the fill. Watch this. Watch how close we come to getting stopped. And then we catch the bottom. So after this trade, we're basically done for the day. That puts us at basically a 4R, which is the overall target every day. Can we get SwappyBot to a 3 to 4R max per day? So far, it's crushing those goals, but this is where we lock out. But I'm going to show you guys how it will lock out on its own on some defined settings. Because if we let it run, we can give some trades back, and then we'll lock out with, I think, like an R in profit or something like that, or half an R in profit, whatever. It's still hands-free. I just want to show you guys how cool this is. Okay, so we're about to get filled here. So you watch our R on this dashboard right here, 1.55. There we go, 4.09 R. That's a great day. Awesome. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to do. Our job's done. Now, it still likes to short up here, and this is where things get pretty, not complicated, but I'll show you something really, really cool as well. and how we can adjust kind of midday, I should say. It's really, really cool. No, I don't want to show it on here. I'm gonna keep it. I don't want to change too many settings here. It might confuse you guys. You'll be like, how do you do this? How do you do that? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? But I don't want to talk too much about this stuff on YouTube here. But you want to come learn, links in the description. But let's just let this thing work. Okay, the only trade we've got other long in this, we got a short way up at our 29.67, and then we got a long down at the lows. In between here, we usually expect a lot of chop in here. This is a decision-making time when we're coming out from the bottom. We usually chop around here and we try to figure it out. But at this point, hands-free on a +4R day, that's perfect, right? We don't need to trade anymore. So we're basically done. But I'll showcase this and you'll see how the algo will lock itself out if it starts giving away money. It's pretty cool. We designed it that way. So we have to have a mechanism to say, hey, stop. But yeah, if you do trade props and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and getting ran over and not understanding what's going on at the market and where you're at and what these levels mean and why does price come to a certain area and just take off or go up to a certain area and just dump, this is the stuff I specialize in. I understand this stuff. Okay, I'm a math guy. This is what these levels are. I didn't invent it. I just worked really, really hard to understand it. Studied it, studied it, studied it, studied it, studied it, and coded it. But not too many people know this stuff. But if you want a real edge and you want to actually understand what's going on in the market, come and talk to me. I'll show you some stuff where you're like, oh, damn, okay. So you see how we're just like looking above, looking below? There was a wall of supply here. This is around 60, like around 60 here. They were just selling this like crazy. There was no bid up here, tape-wise. It was just a very, very weak bid. And we were talking about it on the mic the whole time. Like we all use the bot, so we just hang out on the mic and talk to each other and say, "Oh yeah, take this, take that." Some guys run it on a 5-minute time frame. Some run it on a 10. Some run it on a 15. Some run it on a 3. It executes the same way across any time frame that you're working on. Okay, so it's very insanely flexible, but it trades this system. Okay, so you can't put stuff over top of it. You can try. You can trade it manually too if you want. It'll set everything up and tell you what to do. But you can't put stuff on top of it. It's just not going to work. So I'll show you something interesting. This was off by 1. So this should have been up here. This should have been right here. We should have gotten a fill right here. This was off by a tick. I actually compared the data to my other feed. I think we get stopped out here. Let's see. I compared the data to the other feed, and one prop firm took it up properly, and one took it at the level. So it was off by 1 tick on the close, and that's how tight this thing can be. And it was the difference between a win and a stop. So it's interesting. If you ever compare the data, say with like you got Apex going on, you got Lucid, and then you got TradeFi, and you're all running rhythmic, you're going to have different ticks on your opens and closes. They could be 3 ticks difference, 2 ticks difference, 3 ticks. This was 1 tick of difference that decided where the placement would go for the order. There we go. Our stop automatically moved. So we have this thing. We have a full trail logic built into the bot. I'm not going to tell you how it trails. That's obviously part of our system. Let's see if this thing pops up and takes my stop here if we go to target. Good selling here on the tape. Really good low seller here. Can we get a fill? Trying to get dinged here. Oh my god, there we go, dang. Okay, so we're plus 612R. Now, we're going to take 2 stops in a row. And I think I have it set. We'll see. And we're going to get locked out. Locked out in profit, though. The bot's going to say, okay, we've given enough back. We're going to shut her down for the day. So at this point, if you're too greedy and 6.12R is not enough for you, the bot's going to do that job for you. But at this point, we are like long gone for the day. There's no need to keep trading. Just leave it alone. Go home. But watch what happens here. I think we take 2 losses in a row. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon here. I think we can. I want to take some stops here. The annoying part was right here. They were selling this area on the chart. This is the part I was going to show you, but it's just too long. I don't want to change the settings. There is an offer here right at 620. This was a level of ours, right? You can't see the level, but if I kind of break things down further, if I click a button, it is a level. But I don't want to get into that. So I think we take a long here and we get a stop. And that's going to be 1 strike. So by the time we get stopped out, I think we get stopped out at a plus 4R on the day, which is fantastic. Okay, we're long. So I think we get stopped out here. Remember, we haven't done anything, right? We're just letting the algo trade, right? I'm not touching nothing. I'm not trading it. It's just trading my code. That's all it's doing. Pull this up here a little bit so you can see it. We're going to get stopped out. Watch this. Okay, cool. So now this goes yellow saying, hey, bro, you got 1 more to go before I'm locking you out, before I'm sending you home. So let's see what happens. It's 2:05. We don't like to trade past 3 o'clock. We usually lock everything post 3 o'clock. Some people's different. They don't mind it. They'll let it go. Ferocious buying here coming off the lows. Didn't get even close enough to get a fill. We trigger a log, but still a fantastic day here once we close out at 4R. We're up 5.25R. So again, $250 risk per trade, $240 risk per trade. We're at $1,232 of profit. We haven't touched anything. We've been hands off here. We're letting the algo trade. So do we set up a long here? Let's see if we set up a long. Take another loss here, hopefully. Hopefully it gives us a signal here. Come on, go up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna get a fill here. Let's try and get a fill. All right, can we get a fill? There we go. All right, so we're in. Now, if we take 1 more loss, the bot's gonna say, nah, bro, you're done. Now we could take profit here and take an R and just take an R win, but we're not. We're gonna take the loss and let us get locked out for the day. And then we go home with 4R in our pocket. And we're really happy with that. So here we go. We should flush this here. And go down and take the stop. Very heavy offer there. Oh, you can see the moving down on the tape here. They're moving the offer down. They're getting ready to take out the level. It's very technical tape. That 2386 level. If you want to find out more, I got free videos there on tape reading. How I read the tape. I teach all this stuff in the room. So here we go. Now watch this. That little dashboard that you see that turns yellow there after the first loss, it's going to go red. It's going to say, hey, bro, you're done. It's going to lock me out. And then we'll look at the final stats. There we go. We're out. Okay, so boom. Algo locks me out. Shading comes in. Blood red. You're done. You're done. So what does it say? Locked. Consecutive loss. Now, we won 3 and we lost 3. Well, what's the difference? My wins went 2R and my losses went 1R. In this system, you're only ever going to take a 1R loss. Ever. Ever. You're never going to take more than 1R loss on a trade. This is how you should trade. So we ended up with 4.15R profit on $995 with a $240 risk. It's a great day. And that's SwappyBot, right? That's an honest replay. Not every day is going to be 6, 8, 10R, but at our peak, we were up 6.14R, a fantastic day. Still obliterating my expectations and my targets for this project initially were just blown out of the water. Anyways, I'll quit rambling. If you like what I'm doing, give me a like on the video, give me a thumbs up, maybe subscribe to the channel. The most important thing you can do is click the link in the description and come into chat and try to learn. Okay, I promise you, I will help you. Okay, I will make you look at this stuff in a completely different way where you're like, oh my God, I actually understand what's going on. You'll sit down at your desk and you'll just look at the levels where we're trading. You're like, okay, I know what's going on. I know exactly what to do. Right? Because you'll understand the levels that the market is working off of. I can't be that more adamant. The more you watch these videos and you go, fuck. And then you look at my Twitter feed and you go, man, how does this guy call the high and low of the market every single day before it opens? It's because I know how this stuff works. Come and learn. I'll help you. I promise you. Right? But that being said, there is only 100 slots available in this room. I've taught the same guys for 4 years now, 4.5 years. We're a really close group of guys and girls. There's a couple girls in there, which is cool. So once I get to that cap, I'm not letting any more people in, right? Unless people get ultra settled and things are moving. I'm busy. I'm outside. I got kids. My kids demand a lot of my time, which I love. So there's a whole education suite built into the server. Everything is there for you set up and to learn. I'll license studies to you. You'll have access to everything. And then you just learn with us. Okay. That being said, thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time. And I'll see you in the room. Thanks, guys.